Okay, so just a heads up, this video will contain a bunch of spoilers, so you've been warned. King K. Rool, the main antagonist and the arch enemy of Donkey Kong. King K. Rool was one of the most popular Nintendo villains compared to Bowser and Ganon, but unlike those two, King K. Rool has suddenly disappeared, not returning for Donkey Kong Country Returns and Tropical Freeze. Until now. King K. Rool made his first appearance in Donkey Kong Country for the Super Nintendo, where he stole DK's bananas and put Diddy Kong in a barrel. And why did he steal DK's bananas? Well, he wants the Kongs to starve the fucking death. And it's up to DK to save the day, or his bananas, I don't know. King K. Rool's final boss is so iconic. The music, Gangplank Galleon in the background, throwing his crown, his super jump that's causing these cannonballs to drop, and last but not least, the fake credits. Donkey Kong Country was so successful it even got a sequel, but instead of playing as Donkey Kong, you play as Diddy Kong along with his girlfriend Dixie Kong to save DK from King K. Rool's alter ego, Captain K. Rool. Then in the third game, King K. Rool came back as another alter ego named Baron K. Roolenstein, who kidnaps both DK and Diddy Kong, and it's up to Dixie Kong along with another Kong named Kiddy Kong to save them. It's kind of funny how King K. Rool went from being a king, then being a pirate captain, and then being a mad scientist. But in Donkey Kong 64, he became like this James Bond-like villain. But in his final boss is literally a boxing arena. And it pretty much shows that King K. Rool is pretty much a boxer, even though he got his ass kicked by 5 Kongs. But then there's the 2000s. The 2000s was probably a rough decade for King K. Rool due to Microsoft buying Rare. But King K. Rool still appeared in other Donkey Kong games. Hell, he even made his first appearance in a Mario spin-off game, Mario Super Sluggers. And then in 2010, Donkey Kong Country Returns was revealed. Developed by Retro Studios, Donkey Kong Country Returns was back to formula in the Rare Donkey Kong games back in the 90s. But some things were missing, and they got replaced. Retro Studios decided to replace King K. Rool and the Kremlin crew with the Tiki Tap tribes. They wanted to give a fresh start to introduce new villains for the franchise. And that's why King K. Rool wasn't in Tropical Freeze either. The villains from Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze were called the Snowmads. Both Donkey Kong Country Returns and Tropical Freeze are really good Donkey Kong games. And introducing new villains doesn't sound like a bad idea, but it's not the same with our favorite Croc King. So, is it? No more King K. Rool and the Kremlings? Well, there could be a chance. Back in 2015, Sakurai announced the Smash Bros. Ballot for Super Smash Bros. For Wii U and 3DS, where fans can vote which character will appear in Super Smash Bros. As DLC. And King K. Rool became one of the most voted characters. But sadly, he didn't make it in. Instead, we got a Mii costume. But it's not over yet. Because back in 2018, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate was announced. It brought in every character from the previous Smash Bros. Games. Even announced new characters like Daisy, Inklings, and Ridley. But in August of 2018, King K. Rool made his return! That's right, King K. Rool made his return as a playable fighter for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. But since King K. Rool returned, what could this mean? Could we possibly get a new Donkey Kong game? And will King K. Rool be the main antagonist? Well, it took 7 years, and we finally got a new Donkey Kong game called Donkey Kong Bonanza for the Nintendo Switch 2. And it became the first 3D platformer Donkey Kong game since Donkey Kong 64. But ever since this game has been revealed, people were questioning, will King K. Rool finally return as the final boss of the game? Many fans were making theories of how or if King K. Rool will return in Donkey Kong Bonanza. And now that the game is out, the King returns. I already talked about King K. Rool in my Donkey Kong Bonanza video, but I only cover his 3 boss fights and him taking over New Donk City. But the one thing I did forgot to mention is that this is the first time Pauline has met King K. Rool. Not a single game or spin-off have these two met each other. But here's one more thing I want to mention. And it's that moment where King K. Rool said he is back in action and that he's been trapped down onto the planet's core with his Kremlin crew. Kinda explained why he's been missing for so long. But like I said in my Donkey Kong Bonanza video, it's good to have you back, King K. Rool. We miss you. And hopefully we'll see King K. Rool in other Mario spin-off games like Mario Kart World. Nintendo, please, I swear to God, you better put him in Mario Kart World. Well, that's it for my first video of 2026. Hope you like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.